Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Tell Me Yours, a storytelling podcast with me, your host, Trey Everett. Hello and welcome to another episode of Tell Me Yours, a storytelling podcast with me, your host, Trey Everett. Today on the pod, I have an awesome person, a brilliant artist, an incredibly creative animator. She's just super talented. She's so funny, and she's got a really great encounter with a very recognizable person as her story on the pod today. Raha Dabiri, as I mentioned, she is an animator, she is an artist. Her work can be seen on the Netflix series Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts. She's also going to be working on the new Disney Plus series Iwaju, so stay tuned for release dates on that. Please enjoy Raha Dabiri.
What's up, Trey?
Hi!
How's it going?
It's good to see your face.
It's good to see yours too. Your face cracks me up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited.
How are you?
Good. I got a new job.
Yeah, tell me everything.
Oh my God. Disney's super fun. We actually just got off a call about Encanto. I don't know if you've seen it. It's really good. It's super pretty. Like, I don't know how people rendered that fabric at home. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, there's so much beauty in it. It looks really pretty. The colors are gorgeous. And it's just so good. Oh my
gosh. I love it. Wait, so what is your actual role there?
So I got a gig as a storyboard revisionist on a new show called Iwaju, because I think it's supposed to be like it's in feature, so I'm assuming it's like supposed to be a longer show rather than like TV.
Okay.
And my job is pretty much to like take storyboard artist work and like revise it and make it look pretty for edit and just clean up some stuff. So it's really cool.
That's super cool. I think storyboard art is one of the like most interesting parts of the animation process, or even just filmmaking in general. Like, and I think storyboard artists in particular are like wizards. It's wild.
I love it. There's a few neat people I could name drop that I've just been like studying like crazy during quarantine, and they're just like, I don't know how their artwork doesn't. I mean, obviously VizDev is like a whole nother level of beauty, but there's like storyboards that just don't get enough credit, and they just look so charming and they're just so good.
So are you actually like with Disney proper, or is it's like specifically with Disney Animation?
To my knowledge, it's Disney
right?
Animation, because like I go to the Disney Animation building in Burbank.
Cool.
Yeah, and I work there. So I think, it's Disney Animation, but I'm under the umbrella of Disney.
Cool. So. And then what was the show called again? Can you say?
It's called Iwaju. I think it's Iwaju. I think it got announced in like July.
Okay, so you're not breaking any rules by telling me.
No, I don't think I shouldn't be. I don't think so. Because I know that the name has been released, but I don't think any other information about it has been released. Yes.
Very cool. And then I'm assuming it's going to be on Disney Plus.
Yes.
That's so cool. This is stupid. I'm definitely going to cut this part out, but I'm so proud of you. I feel so proud of you.
Don't cut it out.
I vividly remember having so many conversations with you, and you were like, I just want to do this. And then like, yeah, you should go do it. Like, go do it. Go do it. And like, you're doing it now. It's great.
It's wild. It's so crazy. I remember when I got the internship offer at DreamWorks. No, I don't know if it was the internship or the job offer at DreamWorks. It was the job offer. And I remember Sam Beauchamp was just like, you'd be dumb not to take it.
Yeah.
Like, why are you thinking about staying? And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah.
What is there like a thing that you did at DreamWorks that you are like particularly proud of? In terms of like a show you worked on or like a project that you were on?
Well, I was on production on a show called Kipo. That show, everyone on that show was very green. So it was just kind of like a different bond between everyone. Cool. And I have my closest friends from that show. And it was just, I think that's one of the best shows I've been on. But I was also on Jurassic.
Yes.
Rapacious. And that's when I got my first storyboard gig, because I was just like, I had a mentor that was really helpful. And then I finally was just like, you know what? I'm just going to show the director what I've been doing, because otherwise no one's going to see it. And I need to get this going. Like, I want to get in this. And they saw my work and they gave me a chance. And it was great.
I love that. That's so dope.
Manifestation.
Hell yeah, absolutely. And so now you're at Disney doing storyboard revision work on this new show.
Yes, I'm hoping for artist soon on a feature. That would be my dream come true. I would cry. It would be great.
Yeah. Have you enjoyed this work at Disney now? Like, is this something that you could see yourself continuing on if the everything aligned? Right.
Yeah. I think a big thing is like the culture at Disney is like really amazing. Like, everyone is incredibly helpful and there's so many resources for growth. It's cool. Like, there's no, I mean, I don't feel like there's any kind of like ego or like, oh yeah, you're okay. It's like, no, like, what can we do to help you be a better artist, period? Like, how can we help you learn more? It's That's just awesome. Really, it's really fulfilling.
And it just being like, obviously like a global, worldwide recognizable brand. So having that on your resume is incredible. But then also like how many other like really incredible artists got their start there as well.
I know, it's crazy.
It's so exciting.
Just geeking out thinking about it. I remember the first couple days I was on Zoom calls. I was just like, my cheeks were literally in pain. Like, I was just like, this is too much. Like, there are too many.
I love it. I love that so much. Well, I can't think of anyone more deserving. So I hope this is the first of many things that you are incredibly proud of.
Thank you. Yes, it's very exciting, very cool, and it's wild. It's been a journey. It's very fun.
I love it. You are going to tell me a story today.
Okay, so I'll let you determine what kind of story it is.
Okay, perfect.
This was back in like, I think 2000, I want to say 14. And I was coming home from a family trip to Chicago. Like, my family just went to Chicago and we were having a good time.
Okay.
And my sister and my brother-in-law flew back to San Francisco, and my parents and I were getting on a plane back to LA. And as we're entering this plane, my mom is in front of me. And then all of a sudden I see, like, we're passing first class, right, on this plane. And I see this incredibly large human just come out of the back. Like, and I mean like muscle big, like huge,
okay.
6 foot, like an up person, like huge. And I did like a double take and I realized, oh my God, that's Jason Momoa. And it was, and my mom was directly behind him as he's walking to his seat, right? And I was like, Mom, I like whispered to her, I'm like, you need to move. And she was like, what? And I'm like, you have to move past this person because I need to talk to them.
Oh my God.
And I love it. She moves past him quietly and he's kind of like lingering by his seat. And like, I tapped him really, like I tried to talk to him very quietly. I was like,
yeah.
He's like, hi. I'm like, are you Jason Momoa?
Are you Jason Momoa? Only the most recognizable human on planet Earth.
I think this happened, or like this was just after Khal Drogo passed away in Game of Thrones, I think. Or he was.
Spoilers.
I know, sorry.
I'm just joking. No, if you haven't found that out yet, then you don't deserve.
I feel it. But this is like when he was just coming up. So I like saw him and I was like, oh my God, are you Jason? He's like, yes, I am. I'm like, I just want you to know I love your work in Game of Thrones. You're so great. Your acting's amazing. Like, you're a cool dude. Like, oh, you're great. And I tried to tell him, I'm like, I'm trying to talk really quietly because I don't want everyone on the plane to know, but you're awesome. Yeah. And thank you so much. And then I walked to my seat, and then out of nowhere, after like 15 minutes of sitting on this plane, like the pilot was like, we need to evacuate the plane. We are having some issues with it, so we're going to transfer you to different gate.
Oh my gosh.
It was so bizarre. But anyway, like, long story short, my parents and I go to a different gate, and I didn't see Jason. I was just kind of like, oh, whatever, okay. And then
did that actually happen?
Oh my God.
I dream that.
I was so geeky. I was like in a daze. Like, I was so excited because he was just really cool and really nice.
I have heard from a few people that he's like the nicest person in the world.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think you kind of have to be, because you're like cut from God's granite. And then you're like the most recognizable person. Like, you look scary as fuck if we're being honest. So
Yeah.
I think he's bound. I think he's bound by the rules of the universe. He has to be incredibly kind.
It was just really pleasant, especially to someone who is as geeky as me, excited to see him and like a huge
Totally.
Game of Thrones fan. I was just like, oh my God.
Totally.
And then as I'm waiting at the gate, so I see him like from the distance, like kind of walking towards like the general direction of the gate. And I saw him and I was like, don't be freaking weird. Don't be weird. Just maintain sanity. You talk to him. He's cool. It's great. So I was talking here
Your
just
face right now is perfect. And I'm just like looking at you and I'm like, yeah, I understand exactly that feeling. Where you're like, don't fuck this up. You already had your moment. Just be cool.
literally. And then as he's like coming closer, like I didn't turn away from him, but I was kind of like this, like, and he's like in my very far periffs.
Yeah.
He comes up from behind me and just does this with my hair, like tousles it and goes, sorry, I just had to, and kept walking.
My God.
And I stood there and I was just like, and he just left. And I was like, this is amazing. And my dad straight up went, who the hell was that? And why did you touch your hair? And I'm like, it's fine. I'm never washing it again. It was great. It was wonderful.
Oh my God.
So it was a funny story.
He just tousles your hair and walks away.
He was like hand in hair and just like tousle. And I was like, oh my God.
And you've got some thick hair.
Yeah.
Like, your hair's not the kind of hair that you can just very easily tousle. You have to like be intentional about that.
His hand was definitely the size of the entire circumference of my skull. Like, it was huge. Like, he was just a big guy. He's like, what is he, like 6'7" or something?
Yeah, he's gigantic. Oh my God, that's so funny.
I'm glad it held up to the title of funny story.
That's so great. And then you just got on a flight and you went home.
Yeah. I was just like, all right, well, bye. And because he went to it, I don't know where he was going, but like he just went to a different gate and I was like on a different gate, but it was very, very cool. And I was just like, that was a cool, it was like, the stories that people have where like Bill Murray put like their fries in ketchup and ate it in front of them. I was like, no one's going to believe you.
You'll never, no one will believe you.
This is one of those stories where I'm just like, no one can believe me, but I know it's true. Like, why would I make it up?
Oh my God. I also love the idea of your parents just watching this like strange man who, again, is like very intimidating looking if you don't know who he is. Yeah. Just tousle their daughter's hair, like make a quip, and then just walk away.
Dude, I'm telling you, my dad was straight up confused. He was like,
my God.
Who is that? Like,
he's like, please tell me you know that man.
And then my mom recently just watched Game of Thrones, like I think in the past year and a half. And then finally when she saw him, she's like, that's the guy from Chicago.
Oh my God.
Yes. Finally, after like 5 years of not knowing this. I don't even know, 7 years. Crazy.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I love that.
Wild.
And now if you ever see him again, like if he doesn't remember you, have the world's best icebreaker ever.
Yeah, like, literally.
Hey, one time in Chicago, you tousled my hair like I was a child.
Literally.
That is so funny. I love that. I remember I worked at Disneyland for a long time, as you know, and I was friends with Goofy while I was there. Yes. And I remember one time I had like a super long shift. I had like someone didn't show up, so I extended, and it was like I just worked like a 10-hour day. So I was like physically exhausted, and I forgot that it was my friend's birthday party that night, and he had invited us to this restaurant. And I was like, oh shoot, like I really don't want to go, but I already said yes. So I was exhausted, I was sweaty, it was just like terrible.
Yeah.
I get to this restaurant, I park, I'm walking in, and I can see that there's a ton of people waiting. So I'm like, oh my God, like this is going to take forever. Like so many people are outside waiting. And there was a family and they had a couple kids, and I walked past this family and I just like without thinking just like tousled the little boy's hair and just kind of like kept walking into the restaurant. And I was like, oh my God. Because I had just spent all day just like interacting with kids, strangers and stuff like at Disneyland in character, like doing my job. And I was like, oh my God, I just tousled that stranger kid's hair. And like his parents just watched this like sweaty, disheveled 20-year-old man like accost their child and then just keep walking into the restaurant. And I was like, I feel like I should go back and apologize, but I also feel like if I go back, they're going to call the police and have me arrested. So I was like, I'm just not going to address it. So I literally just like walked into this restaurant, just like tousled this kid's hair and just walked in.
Oh my gosh. Autopilot indeed.
So terrible.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I can't believe that, just not even thinking.
I was like, the moment I did it, I was like, my heart sank into my stomach and I was like, what did you just do? You monster. You're terrible.
Oh my gosh.
I love that Jason Momoa did that to you, though. That's so wonderful.
It was beautiful. It was definitely a day for geeky Raha to bask in. It was beautiful. It was great.
A geeky Raha's day of glory. I love it.
Literally, because I was very peak, like Game of Thrones, just obsessed. So.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That was really awesome.
That's genuinely so funny. I love it. I love you. You're wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's hang out soon because that would be super fun.
Yes, please. And thanks again for setting this up. This was a good time.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Talk soon. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Tell Me Yours. If you loved Raha, as you absolutely should, please check her out on Instagram. It is just at Draha, which is a play on her name. It's just DRAWHAA at Draha. You can see her incredible talent, her artistry. You can get links to her other social media websites. You can get links to her portfolio. She's incredible. She's lovely. Follow her. You will love her. If you want to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, we are just at Tell Me Yours Pod. And as always, if you would like to subscribe to our Patreon, we are patreon.com/tellmeyours. You get some extra time with Raha and some funny conversation between the two of us. Also, please remember to like and subscribe to Tell Me Yours Pod wherever you get your podcasts. Please feel free to rate and review us, leave us a comment, let us know if you like the pod. Thank you so much again for listening, and until next week, be kind to each other, and we'll talk soon.